Hello everyone, we're back. I'm Josh Rincon, Program Director at Avance Latino.
And I'm Felipe Castro, the Program Administrator at Avance Latino.
Like we mentioned before, this is our recap videos that we're doing to be able to recap what we did at the nonprofit. We send out newsletters, we have it on our website, but we also want to do videos so you can see what we're doing. So what did we do in February? For February, we kicked it off with, continuing our series at Bellflower High School, where we had our partners Lupe and Eric from Preferred Bank, where we talk all things banking 101, from savings accounts to the, FDIC insured, all the different things that people don't realize that a bank has, the services that the bank has. It was great to see that, the students learn that banks are not just places where you withdraw and deposit money, and it's a safe place, obviously, to put your money, but they learn all the other services that the banks provide. It was great to be able to see this because some of these students already have bank accounts. So it's exciting that they're able to learn what their bank accounts could offer and what other services are available at the bank. Also in the month of February, we kicked off a small business event with gardeners and landscapers, where it's a partnership that our CEO, Pastor Carlos Rincon, he started with a group of other people. There was a big need, gardeners and landscapers in LA County, that they felt they weren't represented. They wanted to come together, build something, start something fresh, like a cohort or a group of people that are like-minded. They're in the same business, but they are lacking resources. So that's why we kicked off this event, where we had different partners like George from Citizens Business Bank. We had Noe from Chase, JP Morgan Chase. We had Andrea from Inclusive Action for the city, Nadia from Betsetic, Lucia from SBDC, Ray from Self-Help Credit, Financial Credit Union. We had a lot of people out there because we had a business panel event where we covered all sorts of topics to help these business owners succeed and be able to connect them to the resources available. This is the first of other workshops we're going to be doing in events with this group of business owners, specifically in the landscaping and gardening niche.
So we taught our fifth workshop of our series at Bellflower High School. This time we covered Intro to Entrepreneurship. We already talked about college and we already talked about trades. Now it's time to see what they can do with a business. So we showed over 100 students how they can start a business and the different routes when it comes to entrepreneurship. Through this workshop, we actually learned that there's some students that already have their own business, and they also have parents that have their own business and they're learning from their parents to start their own business as well, or work with their parents. So throughout the workshop, we encouraged them to think creatively and take the first steps towards becoming a future business leader.
Also in the month of February, taxes, right? Taxes is a big thing in the beginning of the year, and some of us hate it, some of us love it, but we're thankful for partners like Isaac Blaites from Royal Business Bank, who also, volunteers to the VITA program, the tax program, where he came out, he talked about the VITA program, he talked about taxes, myths, he broke some myths, he gave some tips, he talked a lot, he covered basically the basics and understanding when it comes to taxes, filing your taxes and more, because there's a lot of things that a lot of, the families don't know about, and so it was great to have someone like Isaac who has experience, who's helped people file taxes, through the VITA program. And, Royal Business Bank is a great partner of ours. And we did it through Arts in Action Community Charter School, the parents. So it was a great opportunity for him to bring these resources, share it to the parents, and then tell them, hey, if you haven't done your taxes, there's VITA taxes, and if you qualify, you can get your taxes filed for free. So it was a great opportunity to share that resource to the parents.
So we taught another entrepreneurship workshop at Linwood High School, and during this workshop, we brought out our friend Adam Marquez from SMBC Moneybank to teach students about entrepreneurship. So it's great to have Adam because he works firsthand with business owners, and he has a lot of experience on that field. And we're very thankful for these kind of partners that make this possible.
As part of our last workshop in the series that we did with Bellflower High School, we talked about auto purchase. We talked about investing, home ownership, all sorts of different topics. We specifically covered auto purchase, in all 4 classes with over 100 students, because that's the biggest, thing that we see when we work with students, when we work with parents and adults and we see their budget, their biggest expense is an auto loan. So we wanted to get them to not fall into the debt trap of getting an expensive car loan, especially right out of high school or college. We wanted to show them different alternatives, buying it in cash or just buying smart. And so we did that. We helped them. They got to experience, what it is to buy a car. We shared our personal experience. Felipe shared his. I shared mine. And, we're very grateful that through this Wealth Academy program, we can cover so many topics that, in the real world, we don't learn because someone taught us. We learn from mistakes. So we're glad that we can be able to teach these students the knowledge that they need to avoid those mistakes and make better decisions with their finances. Now, to wrap things up for the month of February, we're super grateful to all the people that made this possible. We started an emergency fire relief fund because one of our board members, gave us opportunity to do like a matching grant. We had to raise up funds for a week week. And then people just came through. People were giving money towards this matching grant. And long story short, we were able to raise close to $30,000. A big partner of ours through that was Clearinghouse, CDFI. They gave a big amount from that, and they helped us out so that we can give this money directly to families that were affected by the fires, whether they lost their homes, they lost their business, their clienteles, or they worked there, whatever it is, they were connected to the devastation that happened in these LA fires. It was awesome to be able to give 50 families a $500 check. No strings attached. They use it for whatever they need. Some of these families were crying. They were hugging us, embracing us. They were so shocked. They thought, really, that's all? Like, there's no strings attached. I don't have to do anything else, No, like, this is for you. You went through a disaster. People in the community came together to support you, and you could use it to buy whatever you need. Many families said they use it to cover some hotel for a couple of days, some food, some diapers, literally things that they need in the very moment. So we're grateful to all our partners, all the people that came through to maybe make this possible. It was a great event to be able to have people come in person, hand them over the check, see their, expression, all very grateful. And, as you can see in the month of February, we did a lot, and it was great to be able to end the month giving back directly to families through this initiative of our Emergency Fire Relief Fund. So we'll see you guys in the next month to recap all the stuff that we did for the month of March.